Guys, listen. If you're basing what you do on the opinions of others or the admiration of others or the attention from others, it's not going to work out for you. It'll work for a little while. You might run into some success that way. But ultimately, you're not going to be happy. You can't just rely on everybody else. And it's not even relying, you can't let other people influence you. I mean, you can to a certain extent, but if you're being influenced by others more so than you are influencing yourself, things just aren't going to work out for you. I promise you that. Because all along the way that you're listening to friends, family members, coworkers, whoever it is, all along that path, you're going to have discord within you. You're going to feel like something isn't quite right. You're going to feel like there's something else that I want to do. Your desire is going to be begging to come out of you. It's going to be practically begging to come out of you. And every single moment you suppress it and you say, I'm going to go with what this person said. I'm going to go with how they think I should run my business, or how they think I should work out, or how they think that I should communicate with others. You keep suppressing your desires more and more because what you're doing is you're not doing anything that's authentic. And in order to be truly happy and truly fulfilled, you have to be authentic. You can't be fake and wear a mask and pretend to be somebody and be happy. You just can't do it. Because there's always going to be that part of you that wants to show itself. There's always going to be that part of you that wants more for you, that knows the potential that you have. And it's interesting because on one hand, you can be influenced by other people in a positive way. You can be influenced by people because you sought them out, right? There's a difference between you seeking out guidance from other people and other people just coming to you and telling you how you should be living your life. There's a difference. It's okay to seek others for help because you're not going to have all of the technical knowledge. You're not going to have all the specialized knowledge to accomplish every step of your dream. You're going to need to lean on people sometimes, right? But that leaning on people has to come from an authentic place. You can't lean on people because you think that it's right. Or you can't lean on people because you think that you should or that you're supposed to. You lean on people because you genuinely want help. You genuinely want support or guidance with something. So ultimately, and I've talked about this before, but it's such an important point, And oftentimes we forget how important this is. And that's trust your inner guidance. Please just trust yourself. And it might sound selfish, but along this journey, you're going to need to trust yourself way more than you trust anybody else. And that includes your family, your wife, your kids, anyone in your life. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter how close you are with them. If you can't trust yourself more than you trust them, you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed because you have no internal compass. You're just bouncing from one person to the next person, from one decision to another decision without being able to discern what's the best decision for me. You need to be somewhat selfish in this process. And it's okay to be a little selfish. And I think that's a big part of our society that kind of leads us astray, is that we're born to believe that being selfish is a bad thing. And in a certain extent it is, when it's taken to its absolute extreme, and you don't give a shit about others, and you step on others, and you insult others, and you anger others, and you treat other people like crap. You know, that taken to its ultimate degree, it's destructive, of course. But when we're talking about purpose in life, when we're talking about your true, authentic desires, you know, your core desires, your values, you need to be selfish with those things, because those things are some of the most real things that you have. They're the most grounding things that you have. So don't ever neglect yourself. Don't ever put somebody else before you in terms of happiness, in terms of making a decision. The decision and the choice should always be yours. And to figure out the decision and figure out the choice, you need to be internally guided. You need to have an internal compass that's going to point you which way to go in all these different scenarios of life. And this is something that you all have. This is something that we all have. But part of the journey is figuring out how to get in touch with it, how to harness it, and how to really become aligned with the internal compass. Because many times the compass gets a little shaky. Maybe it's not pointing, or maybe it's not clear where it's pointing, right? Maybe it's not clear where it's trying to get us to go. And that's why you have to shut up. You have to shut up the noise sometimes. You just have to say, I'm not having this. I'm not going to be a part of this. I need to ground myself internally again. I need to come back to my values, my strengths, what I care about, what makes me happy. So I just wanted to make a quick one today. And this is an incredibly important topic, so don't underestimate this. But I'll see you guys soon in the next one.